DJ Autism.
Just nice, white noise. Just nice, white noise. I'm here excited, you like it automatic. Just wanna keep me on repeat and hear me cry.
What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Oh my god, 2 Forza Horizon 5 videos in a row? What's happening? Right? I'm right? Yeah, I usually don't upload Forza Horizon 5 as often anymore nowadays because it's kind of getting old. But because yesterday I decided to make a video where I basically got a couple of tunes that you guys have sent me, a couple of cars that you guys have sent me for me to try in videos, I thought I'd visit the old bit in my Discord, the channel in my Discord where you guys send me tracks or basically just events over in my Discord for me to try in videos. I don't usually visit this one. This one I feel like is more slow with the codes that come in from people that create stuff, and it's usually because it obviously takes a lot more time to create a whole track or a whole like area for people to play in, right? Instead of just making a tune, I can pretty much put together a tune in about like 30 seconds, whereas you can't really do that with a track. So I feel like I have a lot of appreciation for people that send over stuff like tracks, because like I said, it just takes quite a good while to put something together. Plus there's like a creative, like, you know, mindset that has to go behind, you know, doing stuff like this. So like I said, in today's video I'm gonna try a couple of tracks that you guys have sent me. The first one actually has a bunch of different like variations of it, but I'm gonna try one of them. The rest of them are gonna be pretty much the same, except it's gonna have like different periods during night or day, and dry avatars versus no dry avatars. So I'm gonna put the Japan style one. This is called the South Japan circuit. I'm gonna put all 3 codes in the description if you want to try them out for yourselves. Yeah, the weather is night, dry, night, light, rain. There's tunnels and bridges. There's elevation changes. There's a realistic look apparently. Preferred class should be B class and A class. Okay, built on Event Lab Island. That's fine. Okay, I'll do the one that just says Japan style. I know, I'll do the one that goes anything goes at sunset. And this one has 5 laps with no drive tires. The only reason why I'm doing this one is just so you guys can actually see the track during the day, because the other 2 are during the night, and then one of them has drive tires that you can have on as well. So, Event Lab blueprints. I need to wait for this to pop up before I do anything. And share code. Right, so we'll try this one for now, which like I said is the one at sunset. 799647518 is a share code for this thing. It doesn't exist apparently. Did I do it correctly? Did I type it wrong? Maybe I typed it completely wrong. Or is it just because? Let's just do that. Share code again. Let's try this again. 799647518. Yep, doesn't exist. Okay, so that one does not work. Let's try one of the other ones, see if that works. 109 806 684. That one doesn't work. And then the anything goes at night. We try this one. 944 392 308. Does that work? That one works. So your other 2 just simply don't work. This one has a lot of plays. Has this been featured before in? No, surely not, right? I don't think it has. That is a big map. That's kind of unfortunate that the other 2 actually just don't exist. I don't know if he's changed them at some point and then the codes have changed for the events or what, but let's try this one here and see what it's like. So yeah, unfortunately it is going to be at nighttime. It is going to be with no drive tires and anything goes. I will keep it into A class, but I don't actually remember. I don't think we've ever done this one in, like, sometimes you get these events like featured, right? I did say A class, right? So let's pick something A class. What can I pick? I'm trying to think. I do have a couple of Hondas that I can maybe go with. I have an NSX. Could have this NSX that I can go with. I'm trying to think. Maybe something easy to drive, but also something fun to drive, you know? I don't really care about going overly fast, but I also don't care really about, I don't know. Like I said, I just want it to be smooth. I feel like I should pick a Japanese car as well if I'm doing this. Mitsubishi actually could have some interesting stuff that I have built for this. I do have an A-class Evo that's actually quite fast That's pretty decent. Could choose the Galant. The Galant is also... or not an Evo, an STI. You know what? I'll pick my STI. I'll pick the STI. The STI is actually quite decent to drive. It's this one. This is the weird random one that I ended up building at one point. And then I just kept driving this. Let's just drive this thing. I know it looks clapped, but it's because it's built for racing, basically. That's why it has all the Forza air on it. Alright. Let's see what this thing is like. This was built specifically for the Golden Toge as well, so I don't know how this is going to drive on this track. Okay. Like I said, it does take a lot of dedication when you do end up making stuff like this, and I feel like it does take a while to put together. I love all the Japanese signs. This looks sick. We are driving on the wrong side of the road, though. Yeah, I know it's Japanese style, but we are driving on the wrong side of the road. By the way, I'm just letting you know now. Japanese drive on the left side of the road. Apart from that detail, this track is sick. This is like the... It just reminds me of the Tokyo Expressway. And we have this as a track, obviously, in Gran Turismo. But the raised walls and everything just make it so much better as well, because you can't actually see, like, the rest of the event lab, like, map. Which is definitely much better than having it completely open, and you can see pretty much over the wall. And you can see basically the flat ground, which obviously we don't want to see. The signs are different as well. He has put the arrows that... Wait, I'm so confused here. So he's put the... There are a few mistakes that I've noticed, right? So the roads with arrows are pointed that way, right? But the signs here that's telling you what the speed limit is, they're on the other side of the road. So they're made so my car drives like this, because obviously then you read the signs. They should be on the other side of the road if we're doing that. If we're doing it so we're driving on the left. It's weird. It's just a weird setup. It's a bit of a random turn off here. It should be more like a better off ramp. But this is nice. It's like a petrol station here. It's a pedestrian crossing, so obviously we don't even go in that way. Can we even go in? Oh, we can go in. Mate, there's a lot of detail that's gone into this map. I'm actually kind of disappointed that we can't, like... I feel like it looks probably a little bit better during the night, but I wish that we could do it during the day, just because then we'll have, like, a little bit of a better look on how this thing actually looks, pretty much all the details. Oh, it's closed off! Ah, surely we can break through this, can we? Yeah, of course we can. Of course we can. I actually really like this. This is done really well. This is done really, really well. Is this like extra parking? It's like just a big open area here. This is definitely one of those maps where you just go out and just explore pretty much. Little parking garage here. Again, this is just... Does this connect to the other bit? Or not? Is this just a random tunnel that he's put in? This does not connect. Weird. That's so strange. I don't like that we also have to, like, we're basically forced into driving on the track. I know I'm doing this backwards. I'll do a full lap from start to finish as well in a sec. Yeah, this is a sick map. This is very, very sick. Like I said, I'm a little bit disappointed that we can't actually play the other versions of the map. Yeah, you put the signs the wrong way around, and then the arrows on the ground the other way around. Then we're back at the parking garage again. Pretty much back here. Anything all the way back here? Nah, it just leads to the open world, pretty much. Yeah, this is done very, very well. This is a very, very cool map. I don't remember this ever being like featured. Maybe it has been featured. I mean, like by Forza, but it does have a lot of plays, which is good to see because it is very well deserved. All right, let's do like a proper full lap, right? The way we're supposed to go. We've pretty much explored this map as much as we could, I think. There's obviously tiny little bits of detail that probably still is left to explore, but let's just do an entire run here. Yeah, this just reminds me of Gran Turismo. Just reminds me of the Tokyo Expressway in Gran Turismo. I'd assume it's heavily inspired by the Tokyo Expressway in Japan. Especially this whole bit here. Or just, I guess, the regular highways in Japan. Yeah, I feel like your driver times are probably going to be crashing into everything here. If they were on. I feel like if you had driver tires on, they would be hitting everything. I'm almost hitting everything. Because you just have stuff that's like stuck out, basically, like cones and little walls and stuff like that. Yeah, that's a cool map. I really, really like this map. Like I said, we should have been driving on the left side of the road instead of the right, but I do still like the map. I think the detail in it is very, very sick. Alright, well, let's move on to our second map, because I did say I was going to showcase 2 maps. Okay, so the next map, we've actually tried a map from this guy before. It was a drift event that I've messed around with, or a drift, I guess, track that I've messed around with a while back, and he said that I featured his drift map a couple of weeks ago. And this was like a month ago when he posted this, by the way. And I basically said that there wasn't an area like that on the main map, so I made this at the Bahia del Plano, basically, I guess, start event. Sick. Okay, so 125,626. 864. This would also be a little bit bigger. He said it's possibly a little bit bigger. Biggest drift map. Yeah, let's try it. So yeah, I've tried this map, I think, and it was on the Event Lab Island, and I thought that it was pretty good. So, or like that, it was like a really fun map. And I think I said that it wasn't on the main map. Like I wish that it was on the main map. So like it was kind of connected with the rest of the world. And I think he took my suggestion into consideration, and he's done just that. What's the drift car that I have in this game? I mean, I probably have a drift car from like every brand. I don't know why I went straight to Ford, honestly, for drifting. I could just pick one of the RTR Mustangs. I really want to do that though. I don't know if I can be bothered. I don't know. I'll just go with Beamer. I'll just go with BMW. I know BMW have, or I have a bunch of drift cars in BMW. I could just use one of these. It doesn't matter which one. There you go, I'll use the 1 Series Coupe. This is I'm pretty sure this is a car that someone sent me, or a tune that someone sent me, with a paint that someone sent me. So I'm just gonna use this. I forgot about the side of it. It just get this man to 400,000. Yeah, I see the similar art style. Yeah, this is better. It's like just a big industrial area with lots of different types of corners. Oh, I like this. You just go back into a loop, back onto yourself again. I mean, you can get rid of the wrong way warning as well if you really want. And same with the skills. I probably should get rid of them. The only reason why I have them on is because I am still participating in the getting 100% completion in the achievements on this game. So I need that on with some of the events. Because I don't really get skill points, so I don't usually need to get them in this game anymore. Yeah, this has so many different like combination of roads. I can already tell just from driving it a bit. That texture on that ground is a little bit iffy. Oh, what's over here? Is this just a big open like container? Oh yes. Oh yeah, this is great. This is basically ripped straight out of oops. This is ripped straight out of Forza Horizon 2. Am I wrong in saying that? Or at least it's heavily inspired. Oh, with a jump there as well. Yeah. Yeah, some of the textures on the ground are a little bit iffy. I think that's just due to the way the game is, really. I really like this. There's so many, like I'm just looking at it like openly like this. I feel like there's so many different like setups you can do in terms of like different routes that you can create basically with sliding around in this game. Yeah, we had this massive area in Horizon 2. Actually, we had a couple of areas in Horizon 2, like open areas like this, where you could go around and just make your own routes. I feel like that's something that I haven't done in this game ever. Like I've never really thought about, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go and start sliding with a bunch of people, and you know, there's this route that we all know, or there's these routes that we all know. We go here and we actually go and slide. You know, that is something that has never happened on this game, on Forza Horizon 5, and it is something that I used to do with the boys back in the day, and that is just something that just doesn't exist anymore. That's forklift. It's created from scratch because it just doesn't exist. I like the inclusion of all the little lights as well from the what's it called? It's not Midnight City, is it? I can't remember what the actual thing is called. Where your cities and stuff like that and your containers are all lit up, like those props. Oh, parking here. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Yeah, this is definitely what I wanted. I just basically wanted it to be on the main map because then it just feels like it fits in. Do you know what I mean? Like you have a whole open world map, and then you have this part here, which just basically fits in with the rest of the map. That's the best part of it. That's the only reason, the only main reason that I wanted to make you put this, like put something like this on the main map itself. It's because like this, you just do this, and now you're on basically the main road, and you can just leave it. It just looks like it should be part of the map. That's what I was saying, like there's stuff like this just doesn't exist on the main map. You know, that just looks like it belongs there. Do you know what I mean? Like on the main map itself, it just looks like this part just belongs here. Like even just looking at it like in front of me right now, like you look like you're coming over to like an industrial area in the Horizon 5 map. Like stuff like this just doesn't exist on this map, and I don't understand why they made it so open world to the point where it's just boring. Like there's so much open space where they could have done stuff too. Like look at the amount of farmlands that we have here. Like why do we care about having this much farmland here? But we've discussed this before. We've said this in a previous video. They had such massive success with the Eliminator in Forza Horizon 4 that it feels like they've created this map very much specifically to be a Forza Horizon Eliminator map, right? That's why it's so open world and so like, I mean just open in general. That's why it's so open, because they wanted to make it so it's easy to drive around on and not crash into a lot of things when you're playing the Eliminator. That is, I think, the main and most important thing that they wanted to do with this map. Is they wanted to do that. Which is, like I said, it's a little bit disappointing because we actually wanted to have, like, it's always so much more fun when we have more things on the map to visit, like to play around in, like to drift or to do jumps or like whatever it is that you decide to do with that area. Having more of these spots around the map just makes the game better. It just makes it look more alive. Like the Forza Horizon 5 is so much more dead than the Forza Horizon 4 map. And the Forza Horizon 4 map is smaller. It's like significantly smaller than this map. But it's so much more compact and so much more dense and full of stuff. Like, it doesn't take you long to go from one, like, I guess, thing to another. Like, like one place to another. It's so much better than this map. That's why a lot of people still love and prefer the Horizon 4 map to Horizon 5. There's always something there. There's always something to visit, and there's always something to find, really, when you're going around the Forza Horizon 4 map. And of course, don't even get me started on Horizon 3 or 2. Those are absolutely legendary. But yeah, 100% fully love this map. It is exactly what I expected it to be when you said that you've done basically a whole drift event or a whole drift area like it was before, except you put it on the main map. I immediately assumed that this is what it was going to be like, and it is. I love that. I love maps. They're both actually very sick. Try them out for yourselves. Share codes were up on the screen. You guys can go back and check those out. But yeah, kind of disappointed that I can't share the rest of the codes, the sunset one and the ones with drive avatars as well for the other Japanese racing map. But I mean, it is what it is, I guess. All right, well, get me to 400k, I guess, since the livery suggested. But yeah, no, I'm being serious. But thank you guys for checking the. Thank you guys for sending the maps in, and thank you again for watching the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.